A very good evening to all. It's time for children's bedtime treasury with Let Emotion Speak. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel for more bedtime stories each night. Today's story is about the boy who wished too much. There once was a young boy named Billy. He was a lucky lad, for he had parents who loved him, plenty of friends, and a room full of toys. Behind his house was a rubbish tip. Billy had been forbidden to go there by his mother, but he used to stare at it out of the window. It looked such an exciting place to explore. One day, Billy was staring at the rubbish tip when he saw something gold-colored gleaming in the sunlight. There, on the top of the tip, sat a brass lamp. Now Billy knew the tale of Aladdin, and he wondered if this lamp could be possibly magic too. When his mother wasn't looking, he slipped out of the back door, scrambled up the tip, and snatched the lamp from the top. Billy ran to the garden shed. It was quite dark inside, but Billy could see the brass of the lamp glowing softly in his hands. When his eyes had grown accustomed to the dark, he saw that the lamp was quite dirty. As he started to rub at the brass, there was a puff of smoke, and the shed was filled with light. Billy closed his eyes tightly, and when he opened them again, he found to his astonishment that there was a man standing there, dressed in a costume richly embroidered with gold and jewels. "I am the genie of the lamp," he said. "Are you by any chance Aladdin?" No, I'm Billy," stammered Billy, staring in disbelief. "How very confusing," said the genie, frowning. "I was told that the boy with the lamp was named Aladdin." "Oh, well, never mind. Now I am here. I may as well grant you your wishes. You can have 3 wishes, by the way." At first, Billy was so astonished he couldn't speak. Then he began to think hard. What would be the first, very best thing to wish for? He had an idea. "My first wish," he said, "is that I can have as many wishes I want." The genie looked rather taken back, but then he smiled and said, "A wish is a wish, so be it." Billy could hardly believe his ears. Was he really going to get all his wishes granted? He decided to start with a really big wish, just in case the genie changed his mind later. "I wish I could have a purse that never runs out of money," he said. Hey presto! There in his hand was a purse with 5 coins in it. Without remembering to thank the genie, Billy ran out of the shed and down the road to the sweet shop. He brought a large bag of sweets and took one of the coins out of his purse to pay for it. Then he peeped cautiously inside the purse, and sure enough, there were still 5 coins. The magic had worked! Billy ran back to the garden shed to get his next wish, but the genie had vanished. "That's not fair!" cried Billy, stamping his foot. Then he remembered the lamp. He seized it and rubbed it as furiously as possible. Sure enough, the genie reappeared. "Don't forget to share those sweets with your friends," he said. "What is your wish, Billy?" This time Billy, who was very fond of sweet things, said, "I wish I had a house made of chocolate." No sooner had he uttered the words than he found that he was standing outside a house made entirely of rich, creamy chocolate. Billy broke off the door knocker and nibbled at it. Yes, it really was made of the most delicious chocolate that he had ever tasted. Billy gorged himself until he began to feel quite sick. He lay down on the grass and closed his eyes. When he opened them again, the chocolate house had vanished, and he was outside the garden shed once more. "It's not fair to take my chocolate house away. I want it back," he complained, stamping his foot once again. Billy went back into the shed. "This time I'll ask for something that lasts longer," he thought. He rubbed the lamp, and there stood the genie again. "You've got chocolate all around your mouth," said the genie disapprovingly. "What is your wish?" "I wish I had a magic carpet to take me to faraway lands," said Billy. No sooner were the words out of his mouth that he could feel himself being lifted up and out of the shed on a lovely soft carpet. The carpet took Billy up, and away over hills, mountains and seas to the end of the earth. He saw camels in the desert, polar bears at the North Pole, and whales far out at sea. At last, Billy began to feel homesick, and he asked the magic carpet to take him home. Soon, he was back in his own garden again. Billy was beginning to feel very powerful and important. He began to wish for more and more things. He wished that he did not have to go to school, so he did not. He wished that he had a servant to clear up after him and cook to make him special meals of sweet things, and a cook and a servant appeared. Billy began to get very fat and lazy. His parents despaired at how spoiled he had become. His friends no longer came to play because he had grown so boastful. One morning, Billy woke up, looked in the mirror, and burst into tears. "I am so lonely and unhappy," he wailed. He realized that there was only one thing to do. He ran down to the garden shed, picked up the lamp, and rubbed it. "You don't look very happy," said the genie, giving him a concerned glance. "What is your wish?" "I wish everything was back to normal," Billy blurted out. "And I wish I could have no more wishes." "A wish is a wish, and this one is a wise choice," said the genie. "So be it. Goodbye, Billy." And with that, the genie vanished. Billy stepped out of the shed, and from then on, everything was normal again. His parents cared for him. He went to school, and his friends came to play once more. But Billy had learned his lesson. He never boasted again, and he always shared his sweets and toys. I hope you enjoyed this story. Do let me know in the comments below. It's time to say goodbye and good night.